Alrighty, so I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, a little update for you guys on what's going on. It is warm outside, weather's getting nice, so I'm gonna start working on vehicles again. I know most people work on vehicles over the winter to have it ready by the summer. Not me, I don't like working in cold. I'm over that. So, yeah, let's go to it. Finally got around to putting the power steering rack onto the subframe. We went ahead and covered the chassis, getting this car ready for paint. We're gonna have to paint this before we put the subframe in, so that's next on the agenda. The hatchback, I'll put the tarp over it, that way it's covered, and then we'll just start painting. We got some fans. I got some filters somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Got some fans, some filters, and we'll just vent it out of here. We're currently working on my brother's hatchback, just putting some new belts on there.
Wow.
JDM Integra, actually it's not a JDM Integra, it's a Integra RS with a JDM front, 5-lug conversion, and a GSR motor. That is possibly a new purchase. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it or not.
All the chunks in the supercharger belt.
Oh yeah, that's definitely needed replace. That's why it was squealing.
Yeah.
Man, this camera is really nice.
When was the last time you changed it?
Like when I hold it, it like focuses on it and everything else is like blurry. And then when it goes away, it focuses on everything else.
Maybe it'll run even better.
Have you not made edits?
So, as you know, Derek's car. We're working on it right now. Got the subframe and rack put together. This one, the power steering one, is going into his car. The manual rack one is going to go into this EK hatch over here. I'll worry about that later, but let's focus on this one. So we got it taped up, ready for paint. Still got to do a little bit of work here and there on just a little bit of scratches and filler. Nothing crazy, but it is almost ready for paint. I will probably paint it sometime this week or next weekend. Yeah, that's it. Once that's all painted, we'll get the subframe in, and then it'll be ready for the engine to be put in. Now on to my white hatchback. I haven't done anything with it since I bought the car. I bought a full chassis harness from a company, and it's been about a year now, and I still haven't received it. And it's kind of putting a toll on me and dragging, and it doesn't make me want to really be motivated to work on this car. So I possibly might trade this car. Let me walk over here real quick. For this car. It seems like a no-brainer, you know, a shell for a full running car. But there is a lot of cosmetic things that needs attention on this vehicle. You know, trims are missing. Some of these things are like old and peeling. Seals are messed up. All these seals are pretty bad. You know, showing chrome. It's been very neglected. Body's just a little wavy, nothing crazy. The filler piece is in the car, so I'm not really worried about that. But the main concern I have is the trunk area. It's got some rust built up here, and then big old hole here. But I mean, I don't know. I might end up just buying the car and keeping my hatch, or trading. But the vehicle does have a JDM front end, 5-lug conversion with CTR wheels. It has a GSR motor with a LS transmission.
So it has to be separate.
Now there's a EK hatch underneath here. I have it completely stripped apart. I got the brake and fuel lines out, all the suspension out, fuel tank out. I recently purchased all the Integra suspension off of, well, an Integra. I need to break it down apart, get it all powder coated, and get it installed into this car. This one's going to be my rat rod, street car, or whatever. This, you know, whatever I want to do with it. Yeah, that's all I have on these vehicles. Also, we're currently working on my brother's hatchback. We're just changing some accessory belts, you know, power steering. Actually, does this have power steering? Yeah, power steering, alternator belt, and the winding belt. And when I mean winding belt, I mean it winds. And that's why we're replacing it.
Okay, yeah, that looks good.
I guess that 5mm does make a difference.
Yeah.
Or can I?
Is it hard to get on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's so tight. Like,
It is very tight.
Move your hand.
I'm
I have an
trying
idea.
to hold it in
Well, maybe completely remove this nut and then get the belt on and then put the nut back in.
I can.
A little bit about this car. It's just a GSR motor with a Jackson Racing supercharger. A little history about this car. This was originally Derek's build. He owned it back in 2000. And he got the motor out of his buddy's Integra GSR that he crashed. Supercharger and all. And so pretty much it's been supercharged most of its life. But I mean, how many miles do you think is on this motor? 70-some thousand miles. How many miles do you think it had when it was originally supercharged?
Probably
30,000.
Yeah.
So fairly low miles. Supercharged half of its life. And you know, back in 2000, you know, none of these information was readily available for, you know, doing these swaps. But they did a full overhaul, suspension, steering column, motor, everything.
The motor mounts are all OEM. We did our research and we did our own mount swaps.
This is a real OG car. Sorry to put you in the spot, Derek.
No problem.
Alrighty guys, so tonight was a really successful night. We were able to clean my garage up a lot. We were able to move the cars around. I was not able to get around to working on the Integra or anything, but we were able to prep Derek's car more. We were able to get the subframe and everything together. We were able to put all the belts in my brother's car, and also we were actually able to get front brakes done on one of my buddy's car while he was here. But yeah, that was a little update on you guys. I'll try to make more videos and send them your way. See you guys.